Hello world, Geriatric Geek here. How in the heck are you? I hope you're doing great. It's a beautiful morning here in North Las Vegas. Today is April the 7th, Wednesday. So hey, thanks for coming by and checking out what I've got for you today. Kino Lorber March Madness sale, I think it was. I finally got that in yesterday, and yesterday was, of course, new movie day. So I hit up Walmart, and amazingly enough, they actually had everything out. I couldn't believe it. So I picked up a few independent indie horror films. I'll show you those in a little bit, and a couple Amazon pickups also. So hey, yeah, let's get into this. Let me show you what we found, and I hope you guys are doing good wherever you are. And hey, sporting my new t-shirt, Mega Podtastic. If you guys aren't a subscriber on YouTube to Joe, he's a fantastic YouTuber. That man knows his stuff. So check out Joe on Mega Podtastic on YouTube. By the way, this t-shirt is very, very nice quality, by the way. Anyway, first up, Macaulay Culkin in, that's right, The Good Son. Let's see how I'm going to do that. There we go. 1993, 87 minutes long, R-rated. It's a psychological thriller. It's a killer kid movie, really, right? It's been around a while, and I believe I had it on either VHS or DVD, but I wanted to upgrade, so I did to high definition. This one gets pretty good reviews. For those of you that don't know, evil has many faces. Evil resides in an unexpected place in this gripping, suspense-filled drama, written by Ewan McEwan and directed by Joseph Rubin. Macaulay Culkin stars as Henry, an angelic-looking boy who seems loving and loyal to his parents, sister, and friends. Only his cousin Mark, Elijah Wood, sees what lurks behind Henry's smile, secret thoughts and a love of deadly sadistic games. But when Mark tries to warn Henry's family, they won't believe him, leaving the terrified youngster alone to battle his jealous, menacing cousin. The stellar cast includes Wendy Crewson, David U. Kelly, and David Morris. So yeah, Kino Lorber. There we go. Finally, there it goes. Cool. That's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, you ought to check it out. I'm going to rewatch it in high def here real soon. So, next, an Edgar Allan Poe's classic Tale of the Living Dead with Vincent Price and Christopher Lee in The Oblong Box, R-rated, from 1969. It's 96 minutes long. Of course, it's a horror. This was the first time, I believe, that Price and Lee actually acted together. The Oblong Box gets pretty good reviews also. I may have seen this one, I just don't remember it. I did not have it in my collection, so I picked it up. Coffins, Blood, and Live Corpses. A gasping, gnawing, heart-stopping evil lies buried in the oblong box. Do you dare unearth its wrath? Vincent Price and Christopher Lee are at their terrifying best as a plantation owner with a shocking family secret, and a wealthy doctor desperate to continue his morbid experiments on human flesh in this Edgar Allan Poe's classic Tale of the Living Dead. The Oblong Box. Next up, we got old Boris Karloff and Christopher Lee in The Crimson Cult. The Crimson Cult. R-rated, from 1968. It's 89 minutes long. This one gets so-so reviews. It's an English horror flick. In black and white, it appears. I've never seen this one, so I was glad to pick it up for very inexpensive. When his brother disappears, Robert Manning pays a visit to the remote country house he was last heard from. While his host, Squire Morley, is welcoming, Manning detects a feeling of menace in the air with the legend of Lavinia, the Black Witch of Greymarsh, hanging over everything. Will the village's renowned expert on witchcraft, Professor John Marsh, be able to shed light on the wicked goings-on at the Craxed Lodge? Vernon Sewell directs this nightmarish horror classic based on H.P. Lovecraft's Dream in the Witch House. This is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. Something from when I was a kid, I guess. Yeah. Blake Edwards presents The Pink Panther. This is volume 1. As you can see, it's from 1964 to 1966. The Pink Panther. 64 to 66. I was a young lad then and enjoyed the heck out of the Pink Panther. Those of you who don't know, the Pink Panther, the feline embodiment of swinging 60s cool, found immediate fame in the beloved opening title sequence of Blake Edwards' 1963 hit live-action feature comedy, The Pink Panther, and quickly becomes the star of his own animated shorts. The first cartoon series produced by Duparty Freelong Studio, unlike the louder, more maniac characters of other cartoon studios, the Pink Panther was lithe and easygoing, suavely stepping to the beat of Henry Mancini's infectious jazzy theme music, often thwarting the plans of a wide variety of consternated little men. The Panther's fresh approach to cartoon comedy earned him an Academy Award for animated short film in 1964. And the Hep Cat remains the era's most iconic animated sensation. I love the Pink Panther. Let me know down below if you guys have seen it and what you thought. The Pink Panther. And not only volume 1, but I got volume 2, which was from 66 to 68. Yeah, can't wait to show my grandkids these, because I think they'll like them. Next up, a little remake activity here. Beware the Blob. Beware. Oh, by the way, there are 6 volumes of the Pink Panther available. I only have 2 at this moment, so hopefully more will go on sale soon. Beware the Blob. From 1972, 91 minutes, PG. It's a comedy horror. It gets so-so reviews. Basically, it's a remake of the original. It's very cheesy. And it was directed by Larry Hagman. Who remembers who Larry Hagman is? If you saw Dallas, J.R. Ewing directed this. Newly remastered in HD, The Blob returns, more outrageous than ever in this 1972 sequel to the popular sci-fi classic. Plenty of familiar faces, including Robert Walker Jr., Larry Hagman, Sid Haig, Burgess Meredith, Dick Van Patten, Godfrey Cambridge, and on and on. A geologist brings home an unusual frozen piece of debris from the North Pole, but when it accidentally thaws, the hungrier than ever blob comes to life again, consuming nearly everyone in its path. No one is safe as it oozes into a bowling alley, then an ice rink, becoming grotesquely bloated with the blood of its victims. Good cheesy fun, huh? Let's go. There we go. All right, here comes a film by Mario Bava. Bava, Hatchet for the Honeymoon. Hatchet for the Honeymoon. PG from 1970. It's 88 minutes long. Gets pretty good reviews. I haven't seen it. Basically, I guess it parallels American Psycho. It's put out, it's one of the redemption titles. 7 years after innovating the grisly Italian genre known as giallo, Mario Bava returned to the form to create one of its deliriously frightening examples, Hatchet for the Honeymoon. Stephen Forsythe stars as John Harrington, the head of an affluent fashion house, who harbors an uncontrollable bloodlust for women in bridal veils. Only by murdering a succession of them, each in a grisly manner, can he delve deeper into his subconscious and bring to light the primal scene that spawned his very specific homicidal fetish. Whoa. Kino Redemption series. Next up, this is cheesy here. Good cheesy fun with John Carradine, Chuck Courtney, and Melinda Plowman in Billy the Kid versus Dracula. That's right, little Western horror. This doesn't get very good reviews. It's not rated. 73 minutes long from 1966. Of course, a horror Western. Is this one that's so bad it's good? We'll see. Billy the Kid vs. Dracula is an outrageous, low-budget horror Western directed by cult filmmaker William Bodine. Traveling by stagecoach, Dracula plots to convert Billy the Kid's fiancée, Betty, into his vampire bride. When the sinister bloodsucker kidnaps Betty and takes her to an abandoned silver mine, Billy must confront the Count, but soon realizes his six-shooter's bullets are no match for the undead, and an all-out battle of good versus evil ensues. Good cheesy fun, I think. Alright, next up, a little bloody stuff here. A Gore Hounds delight, says Fangoria. Baby Blood. From 1990, 87 minutes long, R-rated. This gets pretty good reviews, amazing enough. It's very gory. French gore. It's time to feed the baby. It is a voracious parasite from the dawn of creation, surviving centuries in search of the one thing it needs, to be born of a human. But when this cunning creature slithers inside a sexy circus performer, it demands gallons of fresh blood to grow stronger. Now this reluctantly expectant mommy and her chatty mutant fetus are off on a cross-country killing spree, where prenatal care means violent carnage and the ultimate mother's milk is baby blood. Oh, man. I'd never heard of this one. I thought, looks like a fun time. Alright, and last, I think from Kino, maybe there's one more. Roger Moore. Yes, Roger Moore in The Man Who Haunted Himself. PG, 1970, 94 minutes. Gets pretty good reviews. It's a thriller. In this creepy psychological thriller, conservative executive Harold Pelham is involved in a car accident and declared momentarily dead. When he's eventually released from hospital, Pelham discovers that his exact double has recently been seen in places that he's never been, taken over his family, undermined his business, and even begun an extramarital affair. Is Pelham being stalked by a doppelganger with a taste for the wildlife, or is he simply a man going insane? The Man Who Haunted Himself was Roger Moore's last movie before taking over the role of James Bond on 7:0007 Classics. Okay. James Bond. All right, now here's some Walmart pickups. In fact, I picked up this one yesterday. This wasn't from yesterday. I think it's from a couple weeks ago. But it's called Abandon Angelique's Isle. This is, I believe this is inspired by true events. Not rated, 90 minutes long, from 2021. It's a thriller. It's so-so reviews. It's a Canadian thriller. Abandon Angelique's Isle is the true story of a harrowing tale of perseverance and survival that unfolds during the Great Copper Rush of 1845, when newlyweds Angelique, a young Ojibwe, and Charlie, her voyager husband, are left stranded and forced to survive a brutal and harsh winter on their own in the wilderness. This one actually looks like it might be a pretty good little indie film. Looks all washed out there, doesn't it? Sorry, guys. Next up. Now, this is on HBO. This is an HBO original series. I just thought it looked like it would be interesting. I have not watched any of it yet, so if you guys have seen any of these before, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you thought about them. But this is Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country, 590 minutes, not rated, from 2020. It's a drama horror, evidently. Of course, like I said, from HBO. And it gets really pretty good reviews. A Korean War veteran in search of his father travels across 1950s Jim Crow America with his childhood friend and uncle in the wildly original HBO series Lovecraft Country. Their journey soon becomes a struggle to survive as they battle racist terrors and the monsters that could be ripped from an H.P. Lovecraft paperback. Chock full of pulpy, edge-of-your-seat action, each episode melds mystery, horror, and sci-fi while taking viewers to a new place in time and space. Yeah, cool. Let me know if you guys have seen it and what you thought of it. Please. Like I said, I have not seen it. Heard about it, not seen it. Next up, this is another, this is another Kino Lorber with Bob Hope, the Bob Hope, The Cat and the Canary. 1939, black and white, 75 minutes. It's a horror comedy. It gets really good reviews, and it's set in New Orleans, one of my favorite settings for scary movies. Because if you've never been to New Orleans, that's a pretty creepy town in and of itself. I've been in the graveyard out there, and you can, I don't know if you can, but at least I felt like there was someone watching me all the time I was in there. It's a freaky place. Check it out. New Orleans. Comedy legend Bob Hope is at his very best in this hilarious comedy thriller, The Cat and the Canary. A decade after the death of an eccentric millionaire, his remaining relatives gather for the reading of the will at his abandoned mansion set deep in the Louisiana bayous. Tension builds after his niece Joyce is named the sole inheritor, and it is revealed that one of the other relatives will get everything if the heiress goes insane within the next 30 days. Of course, they got to stay in the creepy house, so. Come on, focus. Aye, there it goes. This new camera is kind of slow on the uptake on the focus. Next up, this was also from Walmart, I do believe. Yeah, maybe. Gore. This one looks creepy as heck to me. Not rated, 108 minutes, from 2019. It gets good reviews. It's an Indonesian horror flick. Feeling down on her luck and low on funds, Maya's spirits are lifted when she discovers her family home still remains in the village she grew up in. She enlists the help of her best friend to go back to her hometown and claim her inheritance. But Maya is unaware that the people who live in the village have actually been trying to kill her to remove the curse that's plagued them for years. In order to make it out alive, Maya must unravel the twisted truth of her past. That one looks good. It's one of those Shudder originals. Next up, Scorpion releasing here. A story of survival and the price some men pay for it. I think I got this off of Amazon. Rituals. 1977, R-rated, 99 minutes. And it gets so-so reviews. It has Hal Holbrook in it. And it's a Canadian film. Adventure seeker Mitzi invites fellow doctor Hal Holbrook, who was in The Fog, if you guys remember, and 3 other physician friends to go on their annual camping trip into the middle of the unexplored Canadian mountains. The 5 of them thought they would be alone in the middle of nowhere on their ritual camping trip, but this time someone was watching them. A crazed psychopath. Come on. There it goes. Alright, now this is probably the worst of all of the ones I picked up, but I was brought in by the cover alone. The Leprechauns game. This thing gets terrible reviews. It's not rated, 80 minutes long, from 2020. Struggling to cope with his partner's unexpected pregnancy, Carl must go to any length to provide for his new family. After being called in for a job with an old sketchy business partner, Marshall, he is hesitant to get dragged into something he might later regret. They are hired by a collector who asks them to steal the leprechaun's gold. Not a good idea, if you know the leprechaun story. Not a good idea. Not very good, but I'll check it out. Alright. You guys notice anything here? That's right, the old boy got his freak flag removed. That's right, haircut yesterday, and it feels very good. Feels good. Alright, next up, we have Thomas Nicholas, Lou Diamond Filman, Sean Austin, Penelope Ann Miller, and Mickey Rourke in Adverse. Guess who else is in this movie? That's right, Wet Movie 1 and Luna Meow. They make a little cameo appearance, but hey, I like this movie. You know, it's a character piece. Thomas Nicholas, he does a great job in my opinion. A lot of folks don't, either like it or don't like it, but I thought Mickey Rourke was really good. Of course, I think he's good in most anything as far as I'm concerned. This is R-rated, 94 minutes, from 2021. It's a thriller revenge movie. Like I said, I thought the acting was good. Kind of an edge-of-the-seat character piece. Moves slowly at first and then kind of picks up afterwards. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. Like I said, old Wet Movie's in there with Luna Meow making an appearance. Pretty fun. Fun stuff. Next up, speaking of fun stuff, the rest of these are from Walmart from yesterday. Brand new indie stuff. Like I said, my Walmart up until yesterday for the last 6 months had been terrible. I mean, I'd have to get maybe there on Thursdays, and then they may have 1 or 2 things out. Yesterday morning I was there at 8:30, and even the little vendor was there. I know him, and he says they keep reassigning him to other stores, so that's why he's not been there. But anyway, everything, literally everything new that was supposed to be out was out yesterday. Killer Karaoke was one of them. Sing for Your Life. The spirit of a deceased girl dwells in a karaoke booth waiting for her next victim to step up to the mic. One night, after someone accidentally switches on the machine, her spirit is awakened and ready to kill the next person who sings out of tune. Killer Karaoke. Not rated, 92 minutes from 2019. I'm not too sure about this one, but I love my indie horror, so thought I'd give it a shot. Next up, speaking of indie horror, from the director of The Descent and The Game of Thrones, it's The Reckoning. The Reckoning. Fear spreads like the plague. It's 111 minutes, not rated, 2020 historical horror. Gets so-so reviews. This, of course, is about, let's see here. After losing her husband during the Great Plague, Grace Haverstock is unjustly accused of being a witch and placed in the custody of England's most ruthless witch hunter, Judge Moorcroft. Forced to endure physical and emotional torture while steadfastly maintaining her innocence, Grace must face her own inner demons as the devil himself starts to work his way into her mind. Just a little trivia for you guys. I don't know if you knew this. I really didn't know this until recently. Back in the old days, during the witch trials, they murdered 500,000 women for allegedly being witches back then. 500,000. Wow. The Reckoning. Stick around to the end of this movie, or the end of this video. I'm going to be giving away a couple movies, by the way, and this is one of them. By the way, I got 2 copies somehow, so I ordered one from Amazon, and yeah, it is what it is. Angela DeMarco, Bill Oberst Jr., and Sanne Lutus in The Parish. The Parish. Not rated, 82 minutes from 2020. Doesn't get very good reviews. Evidently it's not very scary, but it is a ghost story. Haunted by the death of her husband, Liz moves with her daughter to a small town. The real nightmares begin when they stumble upon a long-buried scandal and a bloodthirsty nun who will stop at nothing to protect the deadly secrets of the parish. So yeah, this came out yesterday also. A little indie horror. I think this is Uncorked, put out by Uncorked. My eyes are watering like crazy today. Okay, The Parish. That's it, you guys. That's it. What do you think? Let me know down below what you thought of what I picked up here recently in the Kino Lorber sale and from Amazon and Walmart. Let me know if you've seen any of them, what you thought of them. Yeah. Any good? Any of them any good? What should I watch first? Let me know. Let me know. So anyway, hey, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like my videos, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Yeah. So now, if you're a subscriber, which you have to be, you have to live in the United States, can't be in Canada or over in Europe somewhere, you're eligible to win these 3 movies. That's right, 3 movies. We're going to start with The Reckoning, which I just showed you and talked about. Looks like it's probably a pretty good little film. Next up, how about a brand new factory sealed, still with the digital code, Critters Attack. Critters Attack, baby. That's probably not a great movie, but hey, everybody loves the little critter stuff. And this one does not have the digital code, but I happen to get 2 copies of this, so happy to move it on to someone else. Here we go. Wonder Woman, 1984. Either you love it or you hate this movie, I guess. You know, I liked it. It was alright. It wasn't as good as the original, but yeah, we're gonna put this out. So in the comments, what I'd like you to do is just use the okay, fine. Use the code word of Let's see. Let's go with critters. Huh? Critters. Critters. If you want to be entered in the giveaway. Like I said, we're going to be able to win one of all three of those. All three are going to the same person. I'll pay the shipping. So good luck. And again, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, you guys keep having fun. Keep smiling. Keep the positive attitude. Choose the positive way. Until next time, peace.